Let's talk about medical source statements. A medical source statement is a statement from your treating doctor regarding whatever your physical or mental limitations are that prevents you from working. Well, oftentimes in medical records, they'll indicate that there's severe problems, but it's not clear if you would be off task at work due to these problems, if you're going to miss work due to these problems, if you're going to be able to complete work tasks, or whether or not you're going to be able to last for a full 8-hour workday is not discussed in medical records. And what these medical source statement forms can do is provide the SSA with information regarding not just what your medical diagnoses are, but statements from your doctors regarding what your actual physical and mental limitations are. The SSA doesn't necessarily have to adopt the opinions of your doctors in, deciding whether or not you're disabled, but generally speaking, these types of statements from your doctor can be the strongest evidence that you can have in your Social Security disability claim file. Now, getting your doctor to complete these forms can be tricky. What you want to avoid is getting a statement from a doctor that's going to hurt your case. Ideally, you would go with your doctor and say, I'm applying for Social Security disability. Do you think that's a good idea? Do you think that's right for me? If they're supportive of that, then hit it with a follow-up question. Would you be willing to complete a statement to help my Social Security disability claim? Do not try to just submit the statement to your doctor's office for their staff to handle it. Oftentimes, those forms will get completed by a nurse, which the SSA will then disregard. Or if your doctor is completing the forms in haste and not paying enough attention to it, maybe the form gets filled out incorrectly or unhelpfully. Ideally, what you want to do is make an appointment to see your doctor in person. And then whenever you're having your one-on-one consultation with your doctor, have that paperwork with you, have the conversation with them about completing it with you at that time. That way, you're able to make sure your actual doctor completes the form, and you're able to impress upon your doctor how important it is that the form get completed and completed correctly. If your doctor refuses to complete the paperwork or expresses that he thinks it's a bad idea, don't push it any further. What you want to avoid is creating bad evidence for your Social Security disability case that could negatively affect your claim. There are two major types of medical source statements. There are physical medical source statements and mental medical source statements. For the physical side of things, the form's going to focus on how much you're able to sit and stand in a workday, how much you're able to walk in a workday, how much you're able to use your hands in a workday, how much you're able to lift and carry, and then also the amount of time that you would be off task and how many work days you would miss in a month. So if your limitations are related to those issues, use a physical medical source statement. There's also a mental medical source statement, which focuses on your ability to be around crowds of people, focus on tasks that are in front of you, deal with workplace stress, a complex of tasks that you can complete, ranging from very complex to only simple tasks. If your impairments are focused with those types of issues, then use a mental medical source statement to ask your doctor to complete for you. The SSA doesn't accept statements from just anybody. It really has to be a medical doctor. I'll put a note up here on the screen about what types of doctors the SSA does approve. If you want to get a copy of these magical forms that can help your Social Security disability case, I have them available for free for download on my website, bradthomasdisability.com. Visit my website, scroll about halfway down the page, click a button that says Gimme, Gimme, Gimme. You'll be prompted to enter your email address. Once you do, a copy of the forms will be emailed to you at the back of my Social Security disability guide. Thank you so much for your time. If you have questions, leave them in the comment section below.